Jai Hind children, we are doing the chapter 2 linear equations in one variable. In the previous classes we discussed how to find solutions of equations and forming equations from the given statements. Today we are going to see more applications using linear equations. Okay, so let us study the examples. Okay students, so we are going to do some examples on word problems, how we want to create linear equation and how we want to find the value of the variable in the statement. Okay, so let us start our first problem. What is the first problem given? The perimeter of a rectangle is 13 centimeter and its width is 2 3/4 centimeters. Find its length. Okay, so this is the statement given, and the shape, what is the shape mentioned here? Rectangle. So you see here a shape I have drawn, a rough diagram of a rectangle, and you know in a rectangle what is the property? Opposite sides are equal. So here this is the length, the opposite sides equal length, and this two sides are the breadth as well as called width. Okay, so width means breadth. So a rectangle opposite sides are equal, you know, and in the question it is given the perimeter of a rectangle. You know perimeter means what? The sum of the sides of the boundary, that is sum of the sides is called the perimeter of the shape. We need to add the boundary length. And what is the perimeter of the rectangle formula you studied in earlier classes? Perimeter is equal to 2 times L plus B. Correct? That is 2 into L plus B units. That is the perimeter of the rectangle. Okay. So using this formula only we are going to solve this question. Actually this is our equation. You see P equal to 2 into L plus B means there is an equality sign there. So this is an equation. What are the variables here? L, B, P, they are the variables. So what are the values given in our question? We want to use in this equation and find the unknown quantity. What is the unknown quantity here? Find its length. Length we need to find out. And what is given about the width? Width is 2 3/4 centimeters. So here actually perimeter is given and width is given. Length is the unknown quantity we want to find out. Okay, understood? So let us start the problem. So first we need to write solution. So we are starting the solution. Given perimeter of the rectangle equal to 13 centimeters. So width is given 2 3/4 centimeters. Now you see here this is a mixed fraction, so you can just convert into improper. How to convert? 2 into 4 8 plus numerator 3. So 8 plus 3 11, that is 11/4 centimeters. Okay, so we converted that width into improper fraction. Now what is given here? Perimeter is given, length is unknown, correct? So just let the length of the rectangle, that is unknown, so I am taking it as L centimeter. Okay, so let the length of the rectangle be L centimeter. So L is an alphabet and it is a variable we are considering. Okay, now using this perimeter formula we know perimeter equal to 2 into L plus B centimeter. We are using the known quantities. This implies, what is the perimeter given in the question? 13. So 13 equal to, known values we are putting in the equation. Okay, 2 into L means length, we don't know, that is only we are going to find out. So you put as it is, L plus B. What is B? B means width. What is the width here? 11 by 4, correct? So instead of B you are putting 11 by 4 in the bracket, close the bracket. Now what is, you see, 13 equal to 2 into L plus 11 by 4. It is of the form a linear equation in one variable. And we need to solve this equation and find the value of L. Okay. So first what I am doing, for your convenience, what we did in the previous videos, you remember? Just we are interchanging the LHS and RHS and we want to find L. Okay. So I am writing this equation in another form. This implies this, I am putting this side, 2 into L plus 11 by 4 equals this 13 I am putting on the RHS. Okay. So now you see, this implies what is the next step? 2 into, one bracket. So here into, actually multiplication. So when I take this 2 to the RHS, it becomes division, transposing. So next step I am writing L plus 11 by 4. This term I didn't do anything, equal to only the 2 I transposed. So it becomes division, 13 by 2. Understand? Now what is the next step? 11 by 4 is a fraction and it is having plus sign. So when it is transposed, it becomes subtraction. So this implies L equal to right hand side 13 by 2 minus 11 by 4. Okay. So now what is the meaning of this? You want to simplify this fraction, subtraction, and you will get the answer. So for the simplification, you see the denominators different. So you need to find the LCM. So all of you do the LCM. What is the LCM of 2 and 4? LCM is 4. Okay. So LCM 4. First fraction convert into 2. What you convert into 4? You want to multiply by 2. So the same you multiply by numerator. 13 into 2 minus second, there is no change, 11. So what is the next step? 13 into 2 is 26 minus 11 by 4. What is 26 minus 11? 26 minus 11 is 15. So that is 15 by 4. And because in the question it is given the width in mixed fraction, you can also convert this 15 by 4 as mixed by dividing 15 by 4. 3 4s are 12, balance 3. So it can be written as, how to write in mixed form? Quotient, remainder by divisor, 3 3 by 4. So how to write the conclusion, children? It is asked length, no? So therefore length of the rectangle equals 3 3 by 4 centimeters. Okay, understood all of you? So using this linear equation application, we are finding the solution of this problem. Likewise, we are going to do some problems today. So all of you listen carefully and find the answer. Okay? Yes. Now students, our second problem. What should be added to twice the rational number minus 7 by 3 to get 3 by 7? What is the meaning of the question? What should be added to twice the rational number minus 7 by 3? So minus 7 by 3 is a rational number, and twice the rational number means what? What do you mean by twice? Twice means the double. When you are finding the double of a number, what you will do? Multiply by 2, correct? Or you can add one more time, but usually we multiply into 2 will give the twice. So here twice the rational number of this what should be added, which number we want to add to the twice of this number, so that we will get the answer 3 by 7. Okay, that means if the given number what we have given minus 7 by 3, and when you find the twice of this minus 7 by 3, we will multiply 2 by this minus 7 by 3. Correct? So this is the twice. This is the twice. Now with this twice we are going to add a number. Add a number. We don't know that number. That is only our variable in this question. So with the twice of this minus 7 by 3 we will add a number, so that we are getting what answer? 3 by 7. So this is actually the way of the problem, meaning of the problem. Twice of minus 7 by 3 is added to a number and the result is 3 by 7. So this is the meaning of the question. Using this we want to form the linear equation and find out the unknown quantity. Okay, I hope you understood. So we are going to start the solution. Yes, so what I am writing first, twice the rational number. Okay, twice the rational number minus 7 by 3, that is the rational number, equal to 2 into, because there is negative sign I am using the bracket, 2 into minus 7 by 3. Now we are adding a number, no, that we don't know. So that I am writing, let x be added to this twice of the rational number. That means we are going to add x. So therefore what happens? This twice of minus 7 by 3 is added to x to get what number? To get 3 by 7. Now you see, this is a linear equation in one variable x, remaining numbers are there, so we want to find out x. Okay, yes. So how can we find out? Say, here you see multiplication. How to multiply? 2 into minus 7, numerators. So minus 14 by 3 plus x equal to 3 by 7. Now just simplification. This minus 14 by 3 negative fraction we are transposing, so it becomes positive. Next step, x equal to 3 by 7 plus, this becomes plus 14 by 3. Now you see, we want to find out LCM. What is the LCM for 7 and 3? If you don't know, you just this is easy to find out LCM because 7 and 3 have no common factors. So if there are no common factors, you just multiply the numbers. That is the LCM. 7 into 3, 21. Otherwise you do like this. If you are convenient in this, you do like this. You will get the LCM 21 only. Okay, LCM 21. Actually, if there are no common factors, you just multiply the numbers. That is enough. So here LCM 21. Now first numerator you see 7 into 3. Correct? So 3 into 3 numerator, and here 3 7s are 21. So numerator multiply by 7. Okay. So what is the next step? What is 3 into 3? 9. What is 14 into 7? 14 multiplied by 7. 4 7s are 28. Balance 2. 1 into 7. 7 plus 2. 98. So 98 by 21. And what is 9 plus 98? Yes, 107 by 21. Okay, so we got the answer now. So thus, so what is our question? What should be added? Okay, so how to write the answer? Thus, this fraction 107 by 21 should be added to this twice of the given fraction minus 7 by 3 to get 3 by 7. As per the question, I wrote the answer. Okay. So this is the required answer to be added with the twice of the rational number. Okay, children, understood? So read the question proper and find the equation. So that is the answer of second question. Now we are moving to the third question. Now children, the third question. The present age of Sahil's mother is 3 times the present age of Sahil. After 5 years, their ages will add to 66 years. Find their present ages. So in this question, there are two characters, Sahil and his mother. Okay, so we just do a rough work. So this is Sahil and this is Sahil's mother. Now, what are the things given about them? The present age of Sahil's mother is 3 times the present age of Sahil. So who is the younger member here? The younger member is Sahil. No, the son. So I am taking, we don't know what is the age of Sahil. So let the variable x be the age of Sahil. So Sahil be x years. Then what is mother's age then? What is given about mother's age? Mother is 3 times the present age of Sahil. So what age Sahil is having? That age 3 times. What do you mean by 3 times? Triple. Means you want to multiply by 3. So when x is the age of Sahil, we are taking what becomes Sahil's mother's age? Multiply by 3. That is 3 into x. What is 3 into x? You know, 3x. So this is the first relation you are getting from the question. Sahil's mother's age is 3 times of Sahil's age. Now what is given next? After 5 years. After 5 years, what happens? After 5 years, the age also becomes more. Correct? So Sahil's age after 5 years, what happens? 5 will come added. Correct? So x becomes x plus 5. Sahil's age we took x. So 5 years after, his age will become plus 5. Similarly, mother's age after 5 years become 3x in what the present age. Then 5 more. Okay. So that is after 5 years. And what is given? Their ages after 5 years will add to 6 years. That is, when you add these two quantities, Sahil's age after 5 years and Sahil's mother's age after 5 years, when we add, the total comes 66. Now using this, you want to solve the problem. Find their present ages. You want to find out what is x and you want to determine what is the present age of both the people. Yes. So you got the idea of the question, meaning of the question? Yes, come to the answer. Now write solution. And first, what is our step? We need to take the age of Sahil as x years. So you are writing the first step as let the present age of Sahil be x years. We are taking this as x years. So what happens? So age of his mother becomes, what happens? Age of his mother 3 into x, because 3 times, that is 3x years. Okay. Now after 5 years, their ages are, correct? So what are the ages? X plus 5. Sahil's age and mother's age is 3x plus 5. Now what? After 5 years, what is given in the question? Their ages will add to 66 years. Okay. Therefore, what we can write? After 5 years means x plus 5. So this is the age of Sahil. Okay. Plus add means you want to add 3x plus 5, mother's age after 5 years. this both quantities add up to 66. So this is the required linear equation. Understood? Now what we want to do? You want to just solve the equation. How to solve? You see here fully plus. So it is very simple. You just want to add the like terms. What are the like terms here? Here is an x and here is an x. So what is the addition here? Otherwise you just write one more step, no problem. Here x plus this 3x you want to add, because this is all plus, okay. So plus means no problem at all, you just add. Plus this 5 plus this 5 equal to 66. Now what is x plus 3x? X means it is 1x. So it implies 4x plus 5 plus 5, 10 equal to 66. Okay, now it came to the normal form, you can just add. So what is the next step? 4x equal to, I am taking 10 to the other side, it becomes minus 10. 66 minus 10, what is 66 minus 10? 56. Correct? So we got 4x equal to 56. This implies, what is 4 into x? Correct? So 4 into x means multiplication. When I take 4 on this side, it becomes division. So 56 by 4. 56 by 4, you can divide or reduce, no problem. 1 4 is 4, 16, 4 4s are 16. So answer is 14. Or you can reduce also. So x is equal to 14. Now what is x? What is x we have taken? The age of Sahil. So thus, what is the conclusion? Thus, Sahil's age equal to 14 years. And we want to find mother's age also, find their present ages. So mother's age also we want to find out. How to find out mother's age? What we have taken? 3x. So 3 times of Sahil's age is mother's age. And we want to write mother's age equal to 3 times of Sahil. So 3 into 14. What is 3 into 14? 42. Okay. So just write in your notebook neatly. I have no space here, so that I written here. You just write below the conclusion. So Sahil's age we got 14 years and mother's age we got 42 years. Okay, understood? So once again you want to read the question properly and write the calculations very carefully. Okay children, so that is our third answer. Okay, now next problem. Now children, see the fourth question here. If you subtract 1 by 2 from a number and multiply the result by 1 by 2, you get 1 by 8. What is the number? Okay, come again. If you subtract 1 by 2 from a number, so we are going to subtract means minus. What we are subtracting? 1 by 2 from a number. So we don't know what is that number. So that number is our variable x. Okay. From x, from the variable, we are going to subtract 1 by 2 and multiply the result. So that subtraction we are going to multiply by 1 by 2. Okay. And after multiplication, what you get? You get 1 by 8. What is the number? So you want to find out what is that x. So just I am writing the meaning of the question here. I took the number what? Number x. Now what is the next step? From this x I am going to subtract 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 from a number, okay. So x from 1 by 2 is subtracted. And multiply the result by 1 by 2. What do you mean by result? We don't know what is the result of this. So this is considered as the result after subtraction 1 by 2. So the next step means, and multiply the result by 1 by 2 means, we are going to multiply 1 by 2 into this result x minus 1 by 2. Understood? So first we are taking the number x. From this x we are subtracting 1 by 2, and to this result we are multiplying 1 by 2. Now you see, after multiplying the result by 1 by 2, you get 1 by 8. That means if you multiply this result by 1 by 2, what is your answer? Answer is 1 by 8. So this is the meaning of the question. Using this, we are going to write our answer. Hope you understood the idea. Okay. So start the solution. Solution. Yes, I am writing let the number be x. Okay. Now subtract 1 by 2 from that x. So what we get? That implies x minus 1 by 2. Okay. Therefore, by the given data means from the question, by the given data, 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is multiplied by this result x minus 1 by 2 to get what we are getting. You get 1 by 8. Therefore 1 by 2 x minus 1 by 2 equal to 1 by 8 is the required equation. Okay. Now you see, we are forming the variable x. X from 1 by 2 is subtracted. This result is multiplied again by 1 by 2 to get the answer 1 by 8. Now it is of the linear equation form. We are going to find the value of x. Now see children, here how to transpose 1 by 2 into, correct? 1 by 2 into. So when I take this 1 by 2 to the RHS, what happens? It becomes division. Okay. So how I can write the next step? X minus 1 by 2. This I am not doing anything. Only this 1 by 2 I am taking here. So that is equal to 1 by 8. This multiplication becomes division. So divided by 1 by 2. Okay. So this became division. Now this I am going to change like this. You studied division when becomes multiplication. The second terms becomes its reciprocal. So 1 by 2 becomes 2 by 1. Okay. So now you see, this 2 and 8 we can cancel. So 1 2 is 2. 4 2s are 8. So what is the next step? LHS x minus 1 by 2. RHS you got 1 into 1 1. 4 into 1 4. Okay. Now what we can do then? This implies again this minus 1 by 2 here I will take to RHS. It becomes addition. So x equal to 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2. Now again we are going to add this different denominators. So find LCM. LCM of 4 and 2 is 4. Okay. So first denominator it is 4. So numerator no change. Plus second denominator 2 into 2 4. So numerator multiply by 2. 1 into 2. So what is the final answer? 1 plus 1 into 2 is 2. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So 3 by 4. Okay. So this is our required answer. And what is asked? What is the number? So how to write the answer? Thus the number is 3 by 4. Okay children, understood? So that is the answer of this problem. So what is the number? The number is 3 by 4. So whenever you do this type of problem, you just read the question 1 or 2 times. You make a rough work how we are understanding the meaning of the question, and then you come to the main problem. Okay? Yes. So when you do more problems, you will get an idea. Now your 5th question. Now children, come to your fifth question. The perimeter of a rectangular swimming pool is 154 meters. Its length is 2 meter more than twice its breadth. What are the length and the breadth of the pool? Once again, the perimeter of the rectangular swimming pool is given. So you consider this is a rectangular swimming pool as we did in the previous problem. These two opposite sides are length and these two opposite sides are breadth. Okay, so this is a swimming pool. Now the perimeter of this swimming pool is given 154 meters, already given. Now what is the relation between its length and breadth? What is the relation? Its length is 2 meter more than twice its breadth. You got the idea? What do you mean by twice its breadth? Twice means, I told you, multiply by 2. So twice of breadth means, if you are taking b as breadth, twice of breadth means 2 into b, that is 2b. Okay. So its length is 2 meters more than. So when you add twice its breadth to b, with that you are 2 meter more, that is twice its breadth and 2 meter more is length. What is the meaning? This twice of breadth, when you add 2 meter more means add 2. What is that? That is the length. That is the meaning of the second sentence. Its length is, the length is equal to 2 meters more than, that is 2 meters more than twice the breadth. So this is the relation between length and breadth of the rectangle in this problem. Okay. Now what do you want to find out? What are the length and breadth of the pool you want to find out? Okay. So this is the important relation here. Length of the pool is equal to 2 meter more than twice of breadth. This is only the required statement equation we want to form. Now come to your answer. So solution. Yes. So how can we start the solution? Let L and B. Usually we are taking length and breadth as L and B. Let L and B be the length and breadth of the rectangular swimming pool. Okay. Yes. Now given, what is given? Perimeter equal to 154 meters. Also what is given? Also length L equal to twice of breadth plus 2. Okay. So this is from the given question. Now you are writing, we know. What is the formula for perimeter? You know, perimeter is equal to 2 into L plus B. We did in the previous problems. Now you just put the values all we know and find out the unknown quantity. What is P? Given 154. 154 equal to 2 into L. What you know? L. This is L. Okay. L equal to 2B plus 2. So this you are putting in this formula. So instead of L I am writing 2B plus 2. Then plus this B. Understood, children? So what I am doing here, the value of L I put 2B plus 2, then this B. Okay. So do this step carefully. Now what is the next step? 154 is equal to 2 into, here you see 2B is a term here and here is also 1B. Same variable like terms. So when you add 2b plus b, b means 1b. Together we got 3b. Then remaining 2. Okay. Now the equation became some more simple. So you can eliminate what is b now. Okay. So what is the next step? Shall we interchange this as usually we are doing? Okay. So this implies this I am writing this side. Okay. 2 into 3b plus 2 equal to 154. This implies now 2 into multiplication. This 2 when I transpose it becomes division. So next step we will get 3b plus 2 equal to 154 divided by 2. Reduce this, 1 2 is 2, 7 2s are 14, 7 2s are 14, correct? So that is equal to 77. So thus we got 3b plus 2 equals 77. Next step, take this 2 other side, it becomes minus 2. So 3b equal to 77 minus 2. What is 77 minus 2? 75. So we got 3b equal to 75. That implies b equal to, see here where this 3 will go? 3b, 3 into. So into becomes division when you transpose. So 75 by 3. Again you reduce 75 by 3. 1 3 is 3. 2 3s are 6. 5 3s are 15. Okay. So that is 25. So what is this 25? B. What is B? Breadth. So thus we got breadth equal to 25 meters. Okay. So what is the length then? What is the relation we know about length? What is the relation you know? Length is equal to, this is the important relation. Okay. So from this relation you want to find out what is length. Okay. So L is equal to 2b plus 2, that is instead of this b I am putting this 25. So 2 into 25 plus 2, correct? Use the value of b here. Now what is 2 into 25? 50, correct? 50 plus 2, 52. So 52 meter is our length. Understood children? Okay. So find out the value of b, then use this b value in this relation and find out what is L. So what is the conclusion? Thus therefore length of this pool equal to this 52 meters and breadth equal to, breadth what we got? 25 meters. So that is the required answer of the problem. Okay. So here perimeter given, length and breadth, what is the relation given? Using that relation we put in the equation and find out the value of b first. Then using the value of b we find out what is length. So we got the answer. Okay children? Yes. Okay children, next question. I have written here 2 questions. First we can see this one. The sum of 3 consecutive multiples of 11 is 363. Find these multiples. Okay. What do you mean by consecutive? Consecutive means the next numbers, correct? The near numbers. If we are taking 1, 2, 3, they are consecutive numbers. Okay. So this way, here what is told, consecutive multiples of 11. Multiples of 11 you know, 1 into 11, 11, first multiple. Then 2 into 11, 22, second multiple, like that. So 11, 22, 33, 44, etc. So these are the consecutive multiples. Okay, the next numbers. Now here what is told, the sum of 3 consecutive multiples of 11. So we here considering 3 consecutive multiples of 11. Okay, 3 numbers. And that 3 numbers are next numbers. And we don't know what are the numbers. So what we are doing, we are assuming the first number as x, our variable. So can you say what will be the next number? If I am taking the first multiple of 11 as x, what will be the next number then? What is the next multiple? When you are doing the multiplication table, first number is 11, and how you are getting this 22? You are adding 11, correct? So 2 11s are 22 means 11 plus 11. Again 3 11s are 33 means again with this 22 you add 11. And 4 11s are 44 means with this 33 you add 11. So 11 table, 11 multiples means we are adding 11 to the next numbers. Similarly, if I am taking the first multiple as x, what will be the next multiple? This x plus 11, correct? So what will be the next multiple? With this x plus 11, again I want to add one more 11. Okay, got the idea? So this is what we are going to apply in this problem. Okay, so 3 multiples are there. First multiple we are taking x. Second multiple I am going to add 11. Why we are adding 11 here? Because this is the multiples of 11. If it is multiple of 8 means you want to add 8. If it is multiple of 5 means you want to add 5. Okay, so here multiple of 11, so I am adding 11. And the third multiple, how you are finding? With the second answer you want to again add 11. So only 3 numbers here we need. And what is told about these 3 numbers? The sum of 3 consecutive. When you add these 3 numbers, what is the sum? 363. So using this relation, you want to find these multiples. Find these multiples means you want to find out what is x and what is this second multiple, what is this third multiple. So shall we do the answer? Okay. So solution start. Let the number x be a multiple of 11. So first multiple I am taking as x. So this is the rough calculation I did. You just don't confuse. Okay. Yes. So first multiple I have taken as x. So what is the next multiple? The next multiple is x plus 11. I am adding 11. And the third multiple is what I said. To the second answer you want to add 11. That is x plus 11. This second answer. Again I am adding 11. Can we simplify this? What is 11 plus 11? 22. So this we can write as x plus 22. So first multiple we took as x. Second multiple x plus 11. Third multiple x plus 22. Now what is given? Therefore, what is given? These 3 multiples are added to form 363. So that you want to write first number x plus second number x plus 11 plus third multiple x plus 22 will sum up to 363 as per our given question. So now you see, as our previous problems, you can combine all this x. This is all addition. So what is the next step? X, x, x. How many x? 3x. Plus, here you see 11 plus 22. What is 11 plus 22? 33. Equal to right hand side 363. Now you can transpose this 33 to RHS. It becomes subtraction 3x equal to 363 minus 33. What is 363 minus 33? All of you do the calculation. The answer will come 330. Okay. Now you see 3x equal to 330 we got. 3 you are taking to RHS. It becomes here multiplication. So it becomes division. Thus you got x equal to 330 divided by 3. Now reduce this. 1 3 is 3. 1 3 is 3. 1 3 is 3. 0. So 110. Okay. So first multiple you got 110. So what about the remaining answers? Therefore, second multiple what you do? With this x you add 11, correct? X plus 11. So what is x? We got 110. So 110 plus 11. What is 110 plus 11? 121. And third multiple is, with this second answer you want to again add 11. That is 121 plus 11. What is 121 plus 11? 132. Okay. So we got all the three multiples. So therefore, as per the question you write the answer. The three consecutive multiples of 11 are, okay, so what are the three answers we got? 110 first answer, 121 second answer, 132 third answer. Okay, so that is all the sixth question. So likewise you are having some problems in exercise. If it is multiple of 8, then you want to add 8. If it is multiple of 5, you want to add 5. Okay, here the multiples of 11, so we added 11 and we made an equation and find out the three different multiples. Okay, understood children? Yes. Now next question. Now children, we are going to see the last problem of today's class. Read the question. The difference between two whole numbers is 66. Okay, what do you mean by difference? Difference means subtraction. So when you subtract two whole numbers, that numbers we don't know, it is not given. So when you subtract those two whole numbers, the answer is 66. That is the first sentence. Now the second sentence you see, the ratio of the two numbers. The ratio of those two whole numbers is given 2:5. So the difference is given and the ratio is given. Find the numbers. We want to find what are those two whole numbers. Okay, yes. So how can you do this problem? So difference you know, that is one number minus another number, it is 66, you understood. The ratio of the two numbers, what do you mean by this ratio 2:5? Usually how you will say ratio? Yes, let us see this, just I am explaining. See, the ratio is given 2:5. What do you mean by this 2:5? 5 means actually it is 2/5. Okay, so here two numbers we don't know. So that means first number by second number. First number by second number, the ratio is 2/5. That is the meaning. Okay, so we don't know the two numbers and the ratio of the two numbers are given 2:5. So 2:5 means the meaning is 2/5. That is the first number divided by second number, we will get 2/5. So how will, from this ratio, how will you determine these numbers? So this relation means this first number is a multiple of 2. Second number is a multiple of 5. You understood? For example, if I am writing 6 by 15. Okay, consider this fraction 6 by 15. And you know how to reduce the fraction into lowest form? Yes. So 6 and 15, how I can reduce? 6 and 15 have any common terms? Yes. 3 is a common term. We can reduce by 3. So if I am reducing this by 3, 2 3s are 6 and 15 is 5 3s are 15. So what is the answer we got? 2 by 5. Okay, so the meaning is, first we have 6 by 15 here, and it is reduced to 2 by 5. Okay, so this 2 by 5 means what? 2 is to 5. So what from this, what you understood from this example? You see this number, this 6 is a multiple of 2, correct? And this 15 is a multiple of 5. Okay. Yes, for your understanding, if I am telling another example, I am telling 10 by 25. Okay, 10 by 25. So 10 by 25, can I reduce by 5? Yes. 2 5s are 10, 5 5s are 25. So here also I got 2 by 5. Okay, so initially it was 10 by 25 and I reduced to make 2 by 5. Now you see, this 10 is a multiple of 2. This 25 is a multiple of 5. Okay, so the meaning of ratio is, first number, here in this our question, one number by another number is the ratio 2 by 5, 2 is to 5. So the meaning is, from this one example I told, we discussed 2 examples. From these 2 examples, I want to make you understand that first number by second number is 2 by 5 means that first number will be a multiple of 2. Second number will be a multiple of 5. Okay. So that number we don't know, so that the number we are taking as our variable x. Okay children, so this I just made for your understanding. If you need, you can just write it on a rough column, just for your understanding. No need to write in the problem, just to make you understand what is the meaning of the ratio and the numbers. Okay, just I told this. Now come to the answer of our problem. Okay, so how can you start this problem? The difference between two whole numbers and the ratio is given. So how we can start? Yes, solution. Okay, given the ratio of the two numbers is 2 is to 5. Okay, so I am writing, so one number is 2x, other number is 5x. You understood children? The number we don't know, so that the multiple of 2 I took 2x, the multiple of 5 I took 5x. Okay, so this is the way to take the numbers when we are given the ratio. 2 into 2x means multiple of 2, 5x means a number multiple of 5. Okay, so this is very important. You understand the meaning and take the numbers carefully. Now you come to the question. The difference between the two numbers is 66. From these two numbers, difference means we want to subtract. So here I am going to take this 5x first, because multiple of 5 and multiple of 2. So 5x I am taking as first. So difference 5x minus 2x. Difference is 66. What is 5x minus 2x like terms? 3x. So 3x equal to 66, and from this what is x? This implies 3 will transpose and becomes division, 66 by 3. When you reduce, you get 22. So thus you got the value of x is 22. Okay, so what is the answer then? Therefore, what is the first number? First number what we have taken? 2x, correct? So put the value of x, 2 into 22. What is 2 into 22? 44. So this is our first number. And what is the second number? Second number is What is the second number we have taken? Multiple of 5, 5x. So 5 into, what is the x value? 22. So what is 5 into 22? 110. Okay, so that is only our question. Find the numbers. Okay, so we got the first number 44, the second number 110. Now children, after finding your answer, if you want to confirm whether your answer is correct or wrong, you just put your answers in the given relation also you can check. Okay, means you see what I meant is, here it is given the difference between the all numbers is 66, correct, in our question. Now you got the answer as 110 and 44. You see the difference, just 110 minus 44. What is the answer? 66. So our answer is correct. Okay, so if you have any doubt with your answer whether it is correct or wrong, you just put the answers in the given relation. In that way we can confirm our answer whether it is correct or whether it is wrong. Okay, so that is the end of your 7th question from the ratio. So this is a very important problem. Likewise, you have a problem in your exercise also that you want to do as homework. So using the ratio, you want to form the numbers and you want to form the equation. Then you want to find the required numbers. Okay, so hope all of you understood all the examples very well, practice very well, write and study, read the questions again and again, then only you will understand the meaning. So finish the notes, finish your homework provided today and complete all the notes properly and do proper revision. Okay children? Yes. All of you complete the homework from the exercise. Study well. Thank you children.